because I didn't want to mess up again.
What's happening, Craig?
Not a whole lot. How about you? Well, I just heard.
Yeah. Craig was listening. Craig's now a policeman in town again. So not really a policeman. He's a resource officer at high school or at one of the schools in town. So
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah, it's a little less stress, but I don't know whether schools are any safer than anywhere else nowadays. It's kind of nuts what's going on. But so can you see? Can they tell me if they're hearing me? Can somebody give me a thumbs up?
Yep.
We hear you, man. Happy New Year, Charlie.
Hey, Happy New Year to you. Is that Scotty?
It's Scotty with a Y. I'm trying to stay warm.
Got you. Yeah, I think it's like supposed to be like 27 or 8 here in Lake City tonight. So, all right. Well, let's get started then. You got a recording already, so I don't know whether we're putting this back online afterwards, but hey, congratulations. We made it to 2025 and we made it through the last 4 years. So life, as we know it, is going to change for the better. And so, I hope, maybe not everybody's going to feel that way, but I sure do. I was just having a conversation with Craig, and, we'll have a little conversation with those that are on tonight. I go, I had my birthday in December, and for my birthday present, I had a cancer cut out of my leg. They took about $50 worth of skin and cut into my leg, and that was my birthday. On my birthday, that was my birthday present. So, you start talking about the C word, it makes you start relating a little bit to your longevity and where at 73, I was just telling Craig at 73, 2025, I've never felt more excited about life. That the Lord's given me another year, and that we've done a lot of things in the past, and I don't think we're done yet. And I hope that those that are on the Zoom tonight feel the same way. That, hey, it's a new year. It's time to set some goals, make some commitments, and do the things that need to be done to catapult you to. I'm a dreamer. So if you're not dreaming this first week or 2 weeks of the year, then you might as well just get off the Zoom, because without a dream, nothing happens. It's your fuel that's you're putting in your tank. Is the dream that drives you to go out there and do things that other people wouldn't be willing to do. And so, being a dreamer and being around dreamers is a key to changing our whole, I don't want to say psychology, but our attitude. A guy sent me a note, said your attitude determines your altitude. They got that today from somebody. I've been calling some folks, and I want to get sponsored a few more folks, just like all of us need to do. And how are we going to make that happen? Well, we're going to do these meetings. I know that Mick's going to start doing some meetings. Briggs going to start meeting. We had a great conversation last week about him starting some stuff over at the garage in Jacksonville, and it's all about us believing. Now, we got dreamers back in office, and we got the dream in front of us. And for me, I'm going, okay, well, you know what? I can feel good about going out there and, doing something that can change not only my family's circumstances, but other people's circumstances. So, if you're on tonight, I want to welcome you to Seaforth Marketplace. Charlie and Debbie Kalb, we've been doing networking for 35 plus years. And, since I was 35 years old is when I got into networking. I haven't had a job since I was 35 years old. And so I've been over half my life, I've been involved with really developing teams of people. We find a product we love, we find a company we love, we find people that we love and admire, and we help them build a business. And so tonight we're going to start all over again. We're starting anew, and I was sharing today with some folks that finally we're at a place where I feel like we're in a really great place for 2025. And I was talking with Brig. I said the fun part about doing these, I can be just who I am. It doesn't really matter. But I said what I see tonight and why this business is going to grow. Here we are at the first of the year. I want to show you something. So this is what the kids buy me for Christmas. So I got, you see a giant box like this, and I'll eat it all in a couple of days. And so I'm trying to, pace myself. But we're in 2025. What's the first thing people do? When they start the new year, they go, man, I want to lose some weight. And I was looking in the mirror over the holidays, and I'm going, man, you've gotten fat. I talked to myself ugly. I said, you're a fat pig. And I realized I had gotten back over, I'd been down to 190, and now I'm back up. I spent, November. This is what network will do for you. In November, I spent 16 days in Italy with my wife on a cruise. We get back, and then we have Thanksgiving, our whole family, and we got, 20 some people at the house, and we're eating turkeys and hams and everything. And then my birthday, we had a big birthday party and cakes and, all kinds of, and then Christmas. And so I gained 12 pounds in 6 weeks. And I'm looking in the mirror. And so last New Year's Eve, a week ago today, I looked at him and I said, you're a fat pig. And I go, now, what am I going to do about it? So what did I do? I told Brig, I said, what a great time for us. We have a meal replacement and an opportunity to lose some weight. So last New Year's Eve, last week on Tuesday, I started my new season of trying to get myself in shape. You know what? And I started with my perfect food for the perfect body. And I started every day. I didn't take 5 days to take off every morning. You know what? I'm doing my scoop. Here it is. I'm doing my scoop and I'm doing my acai. And now we have a subscription so we can get both at the same time. And, it's going to be delivered to us. And so every morning I'm taking my, perfect food for the perfect body with my acai. And I told Brig, I said, what great timing. People are going to want to lose weight. What better way to lose weight to get on a meal management program or a program that allows us to have something that's good for us, 10 different things that this product does. And then the acai at a time when everybody in the world is looking at keeping, themselves healthy. So here we are, we got antioxidants, we got all these things in our acai plus. It couldn't be a better time of the year to get started again and to get moving again. And, how do you start? Well, you start with yourself. And so I expect in the next 2 weeks, and I don't know when I'll do the next Zoom. I'll try to do one again next week if, it works out. And I expect in the month of January to lose 10 to 12 pounds. Doing what? Nothing special because I'm still going to eat my pizza. I'm still going to eat my candies. I'm just going to try to do better and not go overboard. And so, if you're here with us, welcome to Seaforth. You know what? We're going to go through some business ideas and some potential, that may, if you've got some new people on here, they're already looking like scratching their head. What's this guy talking about? But we're laying a foundation for something. You know what? We got a great business model and a timing that couldn't be better. And so why are you here? If there's a million other things that you could be doing. I talked to a guy today that's been in this, good friend of mine, Tony Stivers. He's in Tampa. And he called me, and I just sent him a note over the holidays. Hey, we haven't talked, brother. Give me a call. And he sent me a note. I'm going to call you today. And, we got online, and he's been in the steel business for the last 20 years. And he's with a company, and I'm not going to say who, but that company got so political that they didn't want to take any money and do anything to help build their business or to keep it safe. Machinery's old. They're working people too many hours. And so he's telling me he gets a call from the CEO that the CEO wants to talk to him. And the CEO was just down and telling him he wasn't working, blah, 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 blah. And I love Tony Stivers because he is a man's man. And he just told the CEO, he says, I don't care whether you're a Harvard graduate and you've been this and you've been this, you got all these degrees. He says, you don't have any skills with people. And you can take all this stuff you just shared with me and you can shove it up your rear end. And so the next day he got fired. But he'd been there 12, 13 years. It was a guy that was very revered there because he's a great people person. And so why are you here? Do you want to change your circumstances. Now, you know, he had a great job. He thought he was, you know, going to be there till he retired. But you probably feel the same way. But tomorrow can be, you know, you can have the greatest job on earth, but tomorrow can be your a nightmare. And so what's going to happen? I see with our new government and new things, there's going to be a lot of people looking for another way to make money or to enhance their lifestyle with something else to do. And so I don't know what you're thinking about, but take an ultimate vacation. If you haven't been to Italy, if you haven't been, you know, to Hawaii, if you haven't been, you know, Bora Bora, Ireland, where is it that you could dream big enough that it would make you go out there and do a couple things to start seeing that as a possibility? Do you want to build a new home? I just bought a lot. You know what? I've already talked to 2 builders. I got a plan. I don't know whether I'll ever build it, but the fun part is the dreaming of it. It's just dreaming that, hey, this is a possibility now. I could do this if I want to. Got a lot cleared. You know, what about earn residual income? You know, it's 70 something, and you know, my gosh, you talk about retirement. There ain't no retirement. Retirement doesn't even start to pay my taxes. $4,000 or $5,000 a year for Social Security. It's really social insecurity because a lot of people think that's enough money. Hey, it might be enough money for a week or two, but it ain't gonna be enough money a month from now or a year from now or 5 years from now if you get to live longer. And so I just want to keep being productive, being effective. And so here we go, our concept. I love this Seaport Marketplace because our concept is so darn simple. Who doesn't want to shop and save money? You know what? I mean, if you got people you're calling and you're going to keep it simple, hey, I'm looking at something that looks like it helps people make some money. Have you ever thought about just shopping and saving and find out what they say? You know, I mean, listen, everybody in the world today is shopping and looking to save. That's why they're going to Amazon and they're going. And at one time you could save because they were cutting out some. Now they're as expensive as any store. But we have an opportunity in stuff like Go, you know, now Seaforth Marketplace, and cutting out those middlemen and buying products that we're buying right now, buying them from ourselves and saving some money. I think that's a great thing. You know what? I mean, here I'm taking my acai every day. Why? Because I know it's good for my immune system. It's good, full of antioxidants. I'm drinking my perfect food for perfect body because I want to lose some weight. I'm also doing those things for, you know, my car. You know, I got my fuel pills that I'm putting in every 20 gallons so that, you know, my car runs more effective and I get better gas mileage. There's so many things. People are sitting out there going, I wish I could make some more money. You can save money. Saving money is making money. I saved on getting my oil change. I saved on getting pizzas from Domino's. I've saved on, you know, I'll share at the end, travel, which is just nuts if you love to travel. And so shop and save, share and earn. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. My daddy told me, and maybe you guys will respond to this yourself. My dad, you know, I think he was trying not to hurt my feelings, but I've shared this before. I guess I was 12 or 13, and he looked at me and says, son, you don't have to be smart. I go, really, Dad? He said, yeah, you don't have to be smart. But if you want to be successful, you need to surround yourself with sharp people. My gosh. Here, if you're new on here, take a snapshot of this and then go look at any of these guys here. They're all top notch. They're all own corporations or run corporations. You know, here's Oscar, 20 years the head as CEO for Apple. And so these are guys that could be doing anything, but they chose to come here to help us develop a platform like Amazon, but with our team making the money. And so pretty exciting stuff. Everyone at Mark Seaforth, again, serial entrepreneur. He's been an entrepreneur his whole life. You know, this is his legacy company. And so, you know what, when you start hearing people go, you know, this is what I want to finish my life with, man, I can buy into that. You know what? I might have another good 10 years left, maybe 20. Who knows? If I take the right products, I treat my body right, I exercise. And so here we go. Exceptional products, 5, 6 different categories: health and wellness, performance recovery, juvenile products, where you can buy anything for young kids and teenagers, and then travel. I said we'll talk a little more about this, nutrition, sustainability. These are all products that we're using right now, but we're giving the profit to somebody else. Why not give the profit to you and have your friends get the profit and us all profit together in a team? And that's what, I wish the church could do that. I wish I could put my family, we're all in it. We're all doing this. We're all, taking our acai. Why? Because we all want to do better, whatever that may be. I just know that, my dad passed away a few years ago, and I said, I never want to get to the point where, you think you got a lot of money, but you really don't have a lot of money if your health goes sideways. And so all of us should do our best. I don't care whether you're 20 years old or 100, to keep your body in shape and keep yourself moving. And so I love this, what our acai, our Thrive tank, man, I put that on. I've got stuff on my back. I've used a CBD cream. I'm giving my dog CBD, or my daughter's dog CBD, to calm down. And I got my gummies to, when I get a little tense, maybe I should have taken 1 or 2. Maybe I should have slowed down a little bit. But, I take my gummies, and relax gummy, and then I got a sleep gummy. And if I need it, I can throw that in there and, sleep like a baby. And so all these products are available to us. Here's our Blaze. I started to talk about, keeping your car fuel economy, reduces harmful emissions. And who doesn't want, we've got a whole world now that talks about climate problems. Well, and then people go, well, I do this, but, I don't see anything. Well, here's a product that you can help reduce harmful emissions, cleans and conditions your engine. So again, that's just one little tiny product that we have that does something good for maybe not just you, but our whole environment. And so, and we got our Acai Plus, immune support, helps ease inflammation, joint health. You know what? I'm not going to show any of these videos, but if you're new or you're just getting started with us, you need to watch these videos of what's going on. This is the Amazon. I was with a company that brought the acai to America. And you know what? That acai, we got paid millions and millions of dollars because it was timely. Just like I believe it's timely now to have our perfect food for our perfect body, our Acai Plus, where we got a subscription where they keep ourselves in shape and make money doing it. And so, so here we are. We just added a whole, not cosmetic line, but a beauty line, skincare. Again, Evernova with, Mark's wife as the ambassador for that. Again, Debbie, she's using the product. Does she use all of them? I'll be honest, no. But she does like 3 or 4 of the products. And so she's using them. All us guys should be using them, because I like what my dad says. So the only thing that happens when you get old is you get ugly. But I don't want to get ugly. So I'm going to start using some of this stuff on my face and try to stay young as best I can. And so here we go. Perfect food for the perfect body. Weight loss, cardio health, muscle strength, endurance, recovery, gut health, cholesterol, whatever that is. I think it's brain health, mood, stress levels, immune health, skin and hair. And I'm going, what are we talking about? Why wouldn't you want to be involved in this? Why wouldn't you take this product? That's the key. Why, most people try to figure out when you call them and you talk to someone why they wouldn't want to do it. I'm always convincing people why they need to do it. Man, why wouldn't you? Who doesn't want to take a product, you put a scoop in, this. I've got this in my acai there, and I've also got cranberry juice because I'm a little older and a lot of people have. So I got 3 in 1. I got something for prostate. I got something for my heart, my brain. I got something for my immune system. Oh man, it tastes so good. And so, you know what? If you don't have any of those shaker bottles, you need to get a shaker bottle. I just keep one full all the time. I got 2 or 3 of them and keep them full, put it in the refrigerator. I already got tomorrow morning ready to go. And so I'll show this video because I like this guy. He's, you know what, Kevin Sorbo. If you don't know who he is, he's was Hercules and.
I spent years training on swing, but the real thing comes from within. It's not just about lifting heavy weights or battling mythical beasts. It's about giving your body what it needs to be its best every single day. PFPB is more than just a supplement. It's a legacy of health, backed with 27 essential vitamins and minerals designed to keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your spirit unstoppable. From one generation to the next, strength endures. Fuel your body and your legacy with PFPB. It's the perfect food for the perfect body. Strength today, that's a legacy for tomorrow.
I don't know about you, but I do want a legacy for tomorrow. And, to stay healthy. I saw my dad get sick, and I don't care how much money you have in the bank. When you get sick, you'll spend it all to try to feel better. And so what are we talking about here? We're talking about many, many different options to help us secure our future and to be healthy doing it. Because when you lose your health, all the rest of this we're talking about, you're not going to travel, you're not going to buy a new house, you're not going to do the things you thought you were going to do. So why wouldn't you start earlier? Now they're saying, I should have started when I was 20 or 30. I've always played sports. I've always been involved and active. But, probably from 50 to 65, I did get in the acai business and through a company called Monavie that changed everything physically and financially. But you know what? Today, as we're seeing what's going on, we're talking about our immune system. They're talking about another bird flu and another H1N1 virus and all this stuff. And so you're not going to stop those things from happening. And you're not going to stop your neighbor or the person you work with from getting sick. And so the only thing we have can keep us healthy is keeping our body strong. And so I love that we're in the right place, like I said earlier, at the right time. And as we're finishing up, we'll talk a little bit about the money when I get done here. But Voyager, I went to Italy for 16 days on a cruise, and the cruise was $2,000 a person. I can't stay home for that. And so I'm going, why wouldn't you want to go on a cruise? It cost Debbie and I less than $4,000 to go from Greece to Italy to Spain, one day after another excursion. I'm going, this is the craziest thing. And all we had to do is call Voyager. You know what? When you get in and I think when you put both these on subscription, you get Voyager for free. In there's a whole portal that allows you to save on these jeans that I bought for myself, my Skechers shoes I bought for myself, my oil change, my pizzas that I'm buying either from Domino's or Papa John's. There's a whole portal in there that all you gotta do is press a button, tells you all the deals in your neighborhood. And then if you want to go travel anywhere, all you got to do is push a button and tells you all the cruises and all the great, they got houses around the world. You can go luxury homes and all this stuff. And then they got airlines, all this stuff, a discount portal, travel portal, where it doesn't even make sense. I've taken 4 cruises. I've taken 4 cruises in the last year through Voyager, and all 4 of them together didn't cost me $10,000 a person. I'm going, that doesn't even make sense. So, you think about, okay, well, now that gives me, again, not just feeling good, not just having the right things in your body, not just having your gas, not having all this stuff available to you, but I also can travel at a discount. Yeah, because we're a boutique travel company. And so what allows us to do is to get the best rates everywhere. You know what? It's better than anything you're going to get online. I call them up, say, I want to go to Fernandina Beach. They'll tell me the hotels that are available. I save $30, $40, $50. And you know what? On my cruises, every time I booked a cruise, within 2 weeks when I got back, the last cruise when I got back, before I went, the girl says, oh, yeah, 2 weeks when you get back, we'll be sending you a check. I said, really? She says, yeah, you're going to get $365 because you booked the cruise through your own business portal, through your own business. And I go, my God, so the last 3 cruises, let's say I got $365, $435, and then the other was $375. So almost $1,000 was paid back to me by just being my own agent, even though I didn't have to do any of the work. And so you see the possibility. We've got much more available than we're talking about. You can shop and save, and then, if you feel good about what you're doing and you feel confident enough, you can go talk to somebody about it. I got simple stuff. Everybody I get around saying, you ever thought about doing something else? And, I'd say about 70, 80% of the time people go, yeah, I've thought about a lot of different things. Now, a lot of people are thinking about now having to do more than one thing. And so, you ever thought about doing something else? Well, what do you got? Well, I'm involved with a company that's a premier company that's, bringing products to the marketplace. We're getting to shop and save. And if we start putting some people together, we could all make some money together. I don't try to make it more than it is. Let's just keep it simple enough. We got 10 ways of making money. What does that mean? Well, here, the first 4 allow us to make somewhere between $2,000 to $5,000 and up. So why get into all 10 of them? I'm not going to, but if you're new on the call or on the Zoom tonight, you can go right online, get back with the person by. They got a great, I call it a pictorial, I guess. It's a video of how all the money's made. To me, it's boring. Why? Because if you're not going to go put people in, why do you even need to know about it? And so I don't try to tell people. I just say, hey, we can make $3,000 to $5,000 in the next year a month. Is that something you'd be open to? And people, well, that ain't a lot of money. I said, oh, really? Well, then give it to your wife. All of a sudden, you start seeing people panic a little bit. Listen, if you gave your wife $3,000 to $5,000 extra a month, you're going to be a happy man. I can just tell you that for sure. And so, you know what? We got 3 ways to get started. For free, you can become what we call a shopper. You know what? All that does, person that's, put you on this call tonight, or when you talk to them, you can just tell them, hey, go cruise the site. You can get free access. You know what? You can get some discounts, but you really don't get a position where you can make any money in the future. Then we got an affiliate member. That's like going to Costco or Sam's. You get discounts. They're going to give you $200 for signing up. And that's hotel credits. And then, at least you lock in a position, you get 4 ways to earn. But if you're really serious about, getting involved and being involved with our products, because you know that they're some really great products for you and for your family, then you want to get in for at least $99. I would tell you to get in for at least $350 or $500. Why? Because once you get started on these products, you're going to want to tell other people about them. The problem is, it's trying to build a business from an empty shelf because you don't have anything to give people. It's probably not going to succeed. And so be willing to, stretch yourself a little bit. So you got some extra products. So you got some acai. You know what? I love that. I open this up and I put 7 or 8 in one of these. I hand them to somebody and said, hey, here's what you do. You put a couple ounces of water in there, or 4 ounces, 6 ounces of water. Stick one of these, shake it up, and start drinking it every morning. It's going to be good for you. Give you some more energy, help you with your immune system. You know what? Lots of stuff you're not going to notice right away, but in the next few days, the next week, because I'm going to give you enough for that, you'll start to see some improvement. Some things, maybe joint pain or whatever, you'll see some improvement. And so, so $99, let's get real. You can't take 4 people to a steakhouse for $99 anymore. You could have 4 years ago, but you can't now. I'm hoping in the next year or 2 we'll be able to go back to the steakhouse again. You know what? Take 4 people for less than $99. But right now, it is what it is. And so, you're never going to, I say saving money is making money, but I don't think you can save yourself to success. My daddy says, well, son, if you're not happy where you're at, you got to make more money, And so, that was, it's hard for people to believe, but when I'm 70 something, I started my career as an electrician, 50, 60 years ago. I got paid $1 an hour. And I had a wife and 2 kids. Oh, I did get a raise to $1.25 an hour when the second child came. And my dad was my boss. He didn't believe on giving you anything. You had to earn everything. And so, so here's the deal. You know what? Tonight, you got a sneak peek of what, Seaforth Marketplace is all about. timing is absolutely perfect. First of the year for weight loss, you know what, to have product for our immune system, build ourselves up, you know what, take action. We've got all these rewards that are down the road. You know what, the ability to help somebody else, the ability to make some money for yourself, the ability to travel, the ability to have enough money to have choices. That's what this business is all about. And so we also have r3gteam.com, which is our business side, you know, not our business side, but our building side that helps, you know, take people that have never built a network before. It helps you share, you know, all the things that we're doing and how to get, you know, involved in it. So we have a calendar. Like tonight, if you would have went to the calendar, you would have saw that I was doing a Zoom. You press on a button and the Zoom is up. You know what? We've got all the things that have been done before. We've got all those things saved where you can go ahead and listen to video recordings of Mark Seaforth talking about the company. You got teaching from Mick Karshner. You got Brig, you know, sharing the dream. You got all these things that are available to you to kind of start putting yourself in a mindset that'll allow you to succeed. How many of y'all know the last couple of years, most people's mindset is not going ahead, going forward, or dreaming. It's trying to hold on to what you already had. And you know what, not losing and moving backwards. And so I love that we have all this stuff available to us. You know what, we're promoting books. I love the idea. If you're on here tonight, you don't feel you're good with people, and get a little book. It's a couple dollars called Skill with People. You know, not hard. You know, hey, I have a hard time talking, you know what, trying to figure out what people are wanting or where they're at. Well, you know what, I know this as a fact. The biggest problem you'll ever have is the problem of your own self-talk. And so I've promoted this book thousands and thousands of times, Hung by the Tongue, because it's not what other people say to you, it's what you say to yourself that determines where you're going to go. So this book, again, only a few dollars. And I just had a good friend of mine, he passed away a couple months ago, but he wrote a book. You can go through this book in about 30 minutes, but I love this book. I got a few of them, and it says, "Are you standing in the stupid line?" And that's by my friend Mel Meyer. And it's a little book with, you know, all these things that made him successful. And Mel was a very successful, he was my financial mentor. And in there, you know, you get to write to yourself things that you're reading so that you start developing a pattern. You know, it's like a journal. So that, you know, these are things I need to deal with. These are things I need to get better at. These are things that I'm already good at. And I can help other people get good because I'm good at these. And so I love that we have a lot available. And we've got a lot of mentors in this business. My buddy Brig Hart, my mentor for 35 years in the networking industry. You know what? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. You know, I'm always grateful for those people that, you know, have come before us, and I'm always grateful those people that have really helped us. I was talking to one of the guys today that, you know what, man, I got a lifestyle that most people would love to have. I'm on a golf course overlooking a lake, and I got a beautiful home, and I've got the ability to travel and do things. I've got money in the bank. Why? Because I had some mentors tell me it needs to save. And you know what? It's always, like my dad said, you don't have to be real smart, but surround yourself with smart people. That's the key to success. And, you know, I was just talking to Paul, and I love, you know what, Paul, we get the banter back and forth. And we were just talking about, it's not what you know, it's who you know that's going to determine whether you're successful or not. And so luckily, you know what, through the last 35 years, I've known the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And you know what? I know that I'm one of his favorites because, man, my life has been so precious and cherished over the last number of years. And see my family, you know, I had two youth pastors in my, you know, I didn't grow up not thinking anybody would ever come to know the Lord. You know, I was having a hard time myself trying to figure it out. And then all of a sudden I got around people that love the Lord, and they loved me into the kingdom. And so to be able to every day read Proverbs and do the things that literally promote yourself and know that there's somebody out there looking out for you, that's a big deal. And so tonight I want you to know that we're looking out for you. I know Brig Hart's looking out with Seaforth Marketplace. And you know what? If you don't know the Lord, hey, get with any one of us. We'll help again, mentor you there too, because we're not trying to push things on people. We want people to understand, you know what, these are the things that we value and these are things that made us successful. And so, hey, tonight, you know, January 7th, I guess, 2025, God bless you. It's been for me, it's been a blessing to be able to share with you tonight. And so I don't know whether Brig's on, if he'd want to say anything, or Paul, if he is, come on, Brig. If not, we're going to close it out. Thanks for allowing me to share with you. God bless.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. God bless you guys.
Thank you.
You bet. You bet.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie. Great job always.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Charlie.